What about having a player like Shohei Ohtani as your teammate?
He got his back, and he got a lot of support from him.
How is this different than like spring training in Japan?
It's exciting. There's a buzz with Yoshi coming over here, and Shohei took a live batting practice for the first time.
皆さん、こんにちは、こんばんは。MLB 翻訳忍者です。本日は2024年2月14日に米国で放送された大谷翔平と山本由伸に関するニュースを2本ご紹介します。アリゾナ州グレンデールで行われているドジャースの春季キャンプで山本がインタビューを受けていました。山本は日本のキャンプとの違いや期待にどう応えていくかなど様々な質問に応答、またチームメイトである大谷の存在についても尋ねられ、
おかげでチームに馴染みやすい大きなサポートをしてもらってる
と先輩の偉大さを語っていました。またデーブ・ロバーツ監督もインタビューに応答、チームの状況や山本に対する期待、大谷の打撃練習の手応えなど話していました。それでは山本と監督のインタビュー動画を日本語字幕付きで2本続けてご覧ください。
Yoshinobu, just with this being your first spring training, what have the last couple of days just been like for you adjusting to this team and pitching here in the States?
The vibe of the team in the clubhouse is amazing, and then that makes things easier for him to focus on what he needs to do.
What about having a player like Shohei Ohtani as your teammate? Does that help with the transition of coming into this organization and to coming and playing over here?
His presence in the clubhouse in the same team, it's kind of reassuring, and then he feels he got his back, and he got a lot of support from him.
How is this different than like spring training in Japan?
In Japan, I guess it's more like a tight schedule because it's more like a more meticulous meticulously planned out. And here, he feels a little bit more like a flexibility for his own things to do. Yeah, like a routine and then daily things he has.
Do you have to make any changes to get used to a five-man rotation as opposed to pitching just once a week?
Don't really have an experience throwing on the shorter rest. But that I did everything I could do to preparation in terms of preparation, mechanics, adjusting mechanic, and then a lot of different other things. So I do keep adjusting as I need it.
How do you balance the adjustments to the United States with obviously the expectations that might come with such a big contract?
In December, because he was busy because he was a free agent, and then he was making a contract, signing. So that was a process that kept him busy. So usually he trains a lot, work hard during the off season. So because in January he did pretty much every day workout.
How comfortable are you with the ball? With the difference in ball from Japan?
Already familiar because of the WBC last year, and then also he personally practiced. So, because I'm getting used to it, and then once I started having hitters at bat and the throwing, I feel good.
It's exciting. There's a buzz, and obviously we have the pitchers and catchers, and now you start getting the physicals with the position players, and everyone's here. So it's exciting. It's exciting to see guys come back together and get to work. But up to this point, the pitchers and catchers, the work's been really good, and we're trending in the right direction.
Is everyone going to be here on time, or?
As I understand it, Nelson Lamet is still not here. I'm not sure his ETA, but everything else is. I expect everyone else to be here on time. Yeah.
What's the situation with him?
I think it's visa related. I think I think that's what it is. Quiet today.
What's different for you? Just the buzz and the energy around camp right now.
I think certainly with the new additions, with Shohei and Yamamoto and obviously Teoscar and just different guys kind of being part of this organization. I think the newness, the freshness, I think has guys reinvigorated. But I think that I think that's part of it, and then obviously the new season is always kind of exciting for everyone.
How much does having guys like with him and Yamamoto just kind of like that talent level, like just change the dynamics of when you guys look at your rotation, especially compared to the last couple of years when a lot of those kind of level guys were hurt?
It's certainly not to take anything away from past years, but you look at the talent, it's certainly an upgrade across the board, and you win with talent, and then as coaches, it's our job to continue to realize that talent and potential. But like you said, just making sure Tyler stays healthy, takes the baseball, continues to get better. With Yoshi coming over here and making him as comfortable as possible, as soon as possible, and letting his talent play. That's part of our job. And then the other guys that we have, the talent is high, and it makes it exciting. It really does.
Can you talk about Shohei's batting practice?
So Shohei took a live batting practice for the first time, as all of you guys know. I didn't see it. I heard from the hitting guys and said it was very productive. And everything Shohei does is for a purpose, which is pretty remarkable and very consistent. And it was a success. And so, he hit the ball at the ballpark. But for me, the body was working well. He feels good, and that's the most important thing.
How closely are you guys just kind of seeing how his elbow is responding and how much it may or may not impact his swing right now?
I think that it's the day-to-day watching him and talking to him, and right now it's not a factor. So for me, no news is good news, and everything I hear is things are progressing really nicely.
Brandon had said he might have a delayed sort of spring. Is that still the case, or so how far behind is he just a normal guy's progression right now?
Well, where he's at, he looks pretty good. So I think obviously we're going to let a person that's dealt with this, Shohei, and kind of dictate this and drive this, and everything I've seen, it's really good. So I don't know what delay means as far as how many days or if he is on track, but yesterday was a good day, and we just keep stacking days.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
いかがだったでしょうか。記者たちからも山本に対する期待は大きいようですね。また監督インタビューはユーモアもありながら選手たちを真剣に考えてくれる良い監督のように感じました。今後のドジャースの動向が楽しみですね。本チャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーに関する現地ニュースを日本語字幕付きでお送りしています。よければチャンネル登録、高評価をよろしくお願いします。また次回の動画でお会いしましょう。